Well, good day, traders, and welcome to this morning's live trading session. My name is Francois Duplessis, and I am one of the market analysts here at HFM. And today we are going to have a look at, first of all, the top events that are taking place during this week, as well as some analysis on EURUSD, gold, and Nasdaq 100. So to kick things off, let's start with probably the most anticipating earnings report that will be released on Wednesday. And this is Nvidia's earnings report, which could be a major inflection point for market sentiment, especially as investors' enthusiasm for artificial intelligence is being tested. Now, Nvidia's stock has surged a grand total of over 150% year to date. And this has played a significant role within the S&P 500's performance as well as Nasdaq 100. Now, the current AI-driven rally has been drawing comparisons to the dot-com bubble, adding to the stakes of this specific earnings report that we will see the release of during this week. Then as we move over to gold, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to pop it onto the screen real quick. So with gold specifically, we have seen gold reach consecutive record highs since 2022. And this has primarily been driven by geopolitical tension, inflation, and expectations now of a US rate cut. Additional factors such as the Russian invasion of Ukraine and Middle East tension has continued to bolster gold's safe haven appeal. However, despite this bullish trend, traders should remain cautious as potential market corrections can be expected. Now, if we are seeing here at the moment, gold is currently pushing up, and we are now approaching this resistance level at 2,530. Now, if that resistance level gets broken, we can definitely start aiming for new potential highs. My next resistance level will be here at 2,600. So a bit more of a round psychological level. And that's also our 161.8 Fibonacci extension level. However, let me know, do you think, so let's have a conversation about this. Let me know, do you think that gold could reach $3,000 an ounce during this year's trade? Staying on the topic of hot events taking place this week, let's have a bit of a look at our economic calendar for the week. Now, we have three major reports that are being released this week, kicking off with the PCE price index, which will be released on Friday. So that is our personal consumption expenditure report out of the USA, which will be released at 2:30 on Friday. Now, as you know, this is the Federal Reserve's preferred inflation gauge, and this will be a major focus for this week. Now, last week at the Jackson Hole Symposium, Federal Chair Jerome Powell indicated the need for the policy to be adjusted, signaling a potential rate cut at the next Fed meeting coming up now in September. Now, additionally, out of the USA, there are two other primary reports that are being released during this week that we can also look out for. The first one is being released today, which is the durable goods orders, which will be released this afternoon at 2:30, as well as on Thursday, we will get the revised gross domestic product report for quarter two, as well as the weekly jobless claims reports for further economic insight. Moving across the pond, we will also see the euro, which is definitely a crucial one for the European Central Bank, with their upcoming rate decision as well being in focus. Now, while headline inflation may ease, persistent price increases in the service sector remain a challenge for the Eurozone. Markets are heavily leaning towards a 25 basis point rate cut in September, with a potential for more by year end. but definitely something that we will need to look out for. And then last but not least, on Wednesday, we will see the release CPI report. So that is Australia's inflation data, which could show a pullback in the Reserve Bank of Australia's target range, increasing pressure on the central bank to consider rate cuts. Now, traders will definitely be looking for signs of easing inflationary pressure to potentially lift consumer sentiment. Now, traders, that is it from me for what needs to be looked out for primarily during this week from of a fundamental point of view. So let's move over and quickly have a look at, our last two analysis for this week, starting off things with Euro USD. Now, Euro USD has had a massive bullish few weeks and has found a little bit of resistance here at 1.119 flat. Now, if that specific level can be broken during this week's trade, then we can definitely look for an increase in momentum, aiming for these previous high points and our next resistance level at 1.124. Alternatively, if we can actually break below, I would say, this 1.117 level, we could see a potential retest of our support level here at 1.115. Now, moving over to the Nasdaq 100. Now, the Nasdaq 100 has now officially fully turned bullish once more on the 4-hour time frame. It is trading currently above all our moving averages. And if this bullish momentum continues, we could see a potential test of that round number at 20,000. Now, that is also our 78% Fibonacci retracement level. And if that level gets broken and we can close above this resistance level, which would be around that 20,120 level, we can see a retest potentially of those previous high points, which was around 20,780. If this level, however, gets respected, we can potentially see, again, it coming back down to retest this 19,500 level. And then, traders, that is it from me for this live trading session. Thank you so very much for joining me. Looking forward to seeing you in the next one. Please keep an eye out for the other live trading sessions with some of our other analysts here at HFM, keeping you up to date with what is happening in the markets. See you next time. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.